And welcome back here to Atlanta, Georgia, home of the Madden 20 Premier DreamHack. I'm your host, Rico Williams, with T. Davis, the Madden extraordinaire.
Yeah, Rico, excited to be here. The best DreamHack. We got a good matchup coming up right here. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, we do. We've seen some great Madden action as well. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the group that we have currently going on and check out the standings. In Group D, we have Cleff the God, who's gone 1-0, Stats, who's gone 1-0 as well, with Tehran and Big Country both going 0-4. As we can see in Group F, Fancy 2-0, with Young Boss Swag going 1-1, and Rye and Silky J not having a victory at all. Now, in Group D, we just watched Cleff the God. He was down 7-0, and then he just ran off an amazing run after that. We saw it was 9-7, and then Stats ran off an amazing run after that. One of them has to give. What do you like happening?
Two guys with impressive performances. Stats, he plays a little unique and random, so I think that could give Cleff hope problems, but Cleff is just so dominant. He looked great. That 3-4 odd was screaming at Big Country all game, so I mean, I look for Cleff to win this game, but I think at least at first, start the game, it'll be a little bit of a battle. All
right, and ladies and gentlemen, whoever wins this game will be moving on to the round of 128. This is going to be the last game we're streaming for the day, but we do have a considerable amount of games left for the day. But we'll be back tomorrow afternoon, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the single elimination to begin with. Cleff the God, Stats, everybody out there in the chat, let us know who you'd like to win this game. Please type it exactly as you see it, and you must be following for your vote to count. It is exclamation Stats or exclamation Cleff. That way we'll know your vote. We heard E. Davis. He said he's going with Cleff. I'm going to jump out there on a limb. I'm going with Cleff as well. Cleff the God, just too impressive against Big Country. The only touchdown he gave up was a mossing on 4th and a lot. He is locked and loaded. It looked like that touchdown made him angry.
Yeah, it did. And he's the defending champ for a reason. He's one of the top players in the world. He's coming out here to insert his dominance. He wants to make a name. And imagine if he wins 2 for 2 at DreamHack, you're going to have to give this guy a... You're going to have to name DreamHack after Cleff.
It's going to be Cleff Hack from now on. Let's take a look and see what the people at home think about this one coming up. All right, and Cleff the God is overwhelming favorite against Stats. All that means is Stats is going to have to put up a few stats if he's hoping to keep his Stats undefeated.
Yeah, Stats is a good player, though, man. He's been around for a long time. He likes to run the ball. He's running this run balance playbook, which is very unique to the community. And I'm interested to see if he can hang with Cleff, because Stats has played some of the best players all over the world the last 10 years or so we'll see.
All right, it's time to kick off. Let's get down to that field. Cleff the God, Stats. Winner moves on to 128. All right, and Stats is going to start with the ball on offense. He's bringing out those Eagles. And Cleff, is he going to be able to slow down the Eagles with those Chiefs defense?
Yeah, it's going to be tough because that Chiefs defense is not good, and this Eagles O-line is super good. And so Stats, like I said, is in this run balance playbook. He's going to run a lot of single back trips. He's going to run a single back jumbo. He's going to run some pistol wing slot. So it's very unique stuff that a lot of people haven't seen, which Cleff hasn't seen probably a lot either. So that I want to see if that can give Cleff some problems.
Do you think Cleff got the memo to watch out for the play action? D-Jack going up top?
Yeah, 3 deep bombs to D-Jacks. I mean, he better be aware of that. So yeah, I like that what Stats did right there. He came out in that single back double wing formation, single back jumbo, and then he motioned one of his tight ends to the backfield for that halfback dive, and only got 3 yards, but I like that. I like that motion right there by Stats.
All right, Stats looking to do something, get something going on offense. Against a player as good as Cleff, you got to make sure you take advantage of all your opportunities. He's in a 3rd and 6 right now. You need to pick up this first down. You don't want to come out here and go 3 and out against a player of Cleff's quality.
Yeah, and Cleff's run defenses look extremely good. He's in his first game, so we got to see if Stats has a dot cooked up here on a 3rd and 6. He runs the dive again, and nice tackle by Cleff.
Great tackle by Cleff, and he's been able to stop this run with the Chiefs. If he can play the run this well with the Chiefs, you expect to lose a little on defense because of everything they give you on offense.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If he brings this on defense, he might be unstoppable.
Yeah, for sure. If you can play run defense with the Chiefs, then you're good because the Chiefs' offense is one of the best in the game, if not the best, especially passing the football. This is a big 4th and 4 for Stats. You don't want to get in a deficit versus Cleff the God, the defending champ.
All right, 4th and 4, a big play this early in the game. Is Stats going to be able to pick up this first down?
Oh, and he threw it to Lane Johnson, Rico. He threw it to an offensive tackle, and he came up about a yard short. Huge hit stick by Cleff and turnover, and Cleff already off to a great start here.
Yep, Cleff has those Chiefs playing excellent on both sides of the ball. That he got that hit stick, got the ball back. Now, is he going to be able to capitalize and turn that turnover into 6?
What an interesting defense right now by Stats. He comes out in a quarter 3 deep defense, and Cleff just hits Tyreek underneath, and when you throw to Tyreek underneath, he's going to make so many plays for you. Gets about 12 yards on a little drag route. But yeah, Stats came out in that quarter 3 deep defense, which is very interesting. Now it goes back. Now he's going into that 1-4-6, which a lot of people run.
Cleff got him out of that really quickly. He realized that was the speed bump defense. Barely even slowed the offense down.
And yeah, it just looks so easy for Cleff on offense. It just looks like no stress.
Pitch and catch.
Yeah.
People are wide open. He could be throwing to us out there.
Yeah, going little drag routes all over the field. Got all these fast receivers for the Chiefs.
All right, Cleff dropping back, looking to make something happen. Oh, that was a tough way to make a living. I think that might be the first, we'll say, bad read Cleff has made all game.
And a scouting report I've been told on Cleff is he will make one bad read a game. He really will. He'll throw you one. So, and he did it right there, and Stats didn't take advantage. So that was huge right there. Because Cleff doesn't make him a lot of mistakes, but he'll throw you one, and when he throws you one, you got to take advantage, and Stats didn't.
All right, Cleff looking to make something happen. He wants to get 6 here. This is a big down.
And he throws that patented wheel route that everyone loves this year out of mesh post. That wheel route is just so effective to the short side. It's hard to guard. You have to use it.
Now, 1st and goal from the 2. This is where sometimes I think people outthink themselves, where you can just keep it simple, get under center, make it something quick, get in that end zone. I don't mind 4 of those.
Oh, you're so right, Rico. That's all you want to do is run fullback dive or halfback dive here. Just get in the end zone. You got a yard to go. You're going to fall forward the majority of the time. And Cleff's doing that right here. He's going back to that fullback dive, and he gets it in.
And he made it look very, very easy.
Yeah, see, sometimes I think people just overthink themselves when they play Madden. Simple works. It really does. And when you get into the red zone, just be simple. Run that ball and get in there.
All right, Cleff with the big stop early, turns it into 7. He has the momentum right now. Stats, he's going to need to make something happen on this drive because you can't afford to give Cleff the ball back again.
Yeah, he does. He's got to try to look for that Deshaun Jackson that he got last game over the top. But, you know, Cleff being an experienced player, he probably won't give that up. If your Stats here, you want to mix up these formations. He was doing that good in his last game. I want to see him do that a little bit here. Come out in that trips, come out in that jumbo, come out in that pistol. Give Cleff some different looks he hasn't seen. And he's doing that here with this first play, single back trips. Look for a dive or stretch.
Now, when you say give him a look he hasn't seen before, sometimes I see that people open their playbooks up and then start running plays that they've never ran before and they're not accustomed to. And now his 1st and 10 is 2nd and 11, and he's moving the wrong way.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to run plays you haven't ran before, that's for sure. But Stats, I bet he's played a lot with this offense. He's coming out in this pistol wing. He's going to try to look for Deshaun maybe over the top. Making a lot of hot routes here. And just nothing open. Terrific defense by Cleff.
Yeah, that was a coverage sack, a pressure sack, whatever kind of sack you want to call it. He had everything covered, and he had his pressure coming in incredibly quick. It's going to be tough. it's going to be tough for somebody to put together a game plan to beat Cleff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this guy's one of the best in the world. He's so prepared, offense and defense, that, you know, it's so hard to beat a guy like this. You really got to be on your A game.
Now, coming out of regs, when everybody's been playing, you know, salary cap and everything like that to get in, how much of a shift is that in your thought process and the way you play?
Oh, yeah, the game modes are completely different. You know, you really got to prepare for both. Salary cap, you're basically building a team, and regs, you're kind of just playing the game. Let's see what he does here. He converts right there. Big 4th and 1 coming up. But, yeah, and Cleff has probably been playing a lot of salary cap because he needs to prepare for his club series. We're not sure how much regs Cleff has been playing, although he does look great with these Chiefs. But, yeah, salary cap's a different beast, and you really got to build your team with some budget guys and then pay up for some abilities. A lot of strategy in that. Where in regs, yeah, you got to pick a team, but you kind of just boot up and you pick what team fits your style the most.
All right, this is a big 4th and 1 here. He needs to convert this, or else this thing could start getting ugly quick. I think he shook himself. All he had to do is keep running.
Just kept going straight, and I think he would have had a touchdown or got more yardage right there. Dallas Goedert doesn't have the most speed, but
that was a gutsy play call.
Yeah,
there.
It was. And Cleff was bringing the house right there. I think he blitzed 8.
Did he run come in as well?
Yeah, I think he might have.
He was right in that backfield for that same handoff.
Yeah, Cleff doesn't even care about this nasty streak. It don't bother him. He's in the backfield no matter what.
Now, it's interesting seeing this nasty streak as opposed to the way Jaybird uses it. Do you find that Jaybird is a lot more effective or just different competition levels?
Yeah, it's a mix of both. I mean, Jaybird was just running to that side every play. Stats isn't really doing that. He's kind of mixing up his play calling. Big sack right there. And he had no one to block off that edge right there.
Now, he might need to go ahead and flip that play and keep that running back like we saw earlier, and that might be able to help get him back in this game, but he's going to need to figure out something, not now, but right now. 3rd and 17. It's a tough one.
Yeah, it looks like he's scrambling a little bit to find something, find a formation that will work for him, but he needs to put a blocker on that left side, and here he does. He motions Sproles over. Good adjustment by Stats. Might give him a little more time in the pocket, but now I think Cleff will blitz him that right side. I think he's sending dual edge here, so we got to see if Stats can adjust and make a quick read.
All right, Stats looking to make something happen on 3rd and 17, at least make this a manageable 4th down. But no, that pocket collapsed immediately. Nowhere to go. 4th and 21.
Yeah, great defense. Like I said, he blitzed dual edge right there, and Stats just had no answer to protect that. And you kind of have to punt here, 4th and 21, but you don't want to kick to Tyreek. Yeah, good punt, though.
Great punt.
Yeah, good punt by Stats. You pin him down to the 5. That's all you can ask for right there.
Now, you know things are not going your way in Madden when the best thing you've been able to accomplish in the first half is a coffin corner punt.
Yeah, that's so true. So true, Rico. And Cleff coming out running the ball here out of this I form. Nice little spin move, gets 9 yards.
Stats had a shot to get him before he got to that edge. Wasn't able to get that block shot that he needed. And Cleff gives himself some breathing room, picks up 9.
Yeah, Cleff looking to run the ball here. If you're Stats, though, you kind of want Cleff in this I form. You don't want Cleff in that bunch. That bunch is tough to stop. So if your run D's up to par, then you want Cleff running the ball with this Chiefs running back, Damian Williams.
Make sure you don't get hit with that Tyreek Hill over the top like the DJ. And if this is his B offense and it looks this effective, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse for the competition out there at DreamHack.
It just looks too easy for Cleff. He's doing anything he wants. Run, pass, defense. It's just way too easy for the defending champ. Yeah, if you're Stats, you got to have better run defense than this. You got Cleff out of that bunch, which you wanted to do, but if you can't stop this run, you're just going to let Cleff run this clock and get more points before the half.
All right, a minute 26 remaining in the second quarter. Cleff the God up 7-0 over Stats. Up there's that play action. He's going up top. Can he make the play?
Ooh, big pick for Stats. Wow.
Now that turnover gets him right back in the game as long as he's able to capitalize on it. Cleff got a little greedy there. Said, okay, he was going to take his shot, but that's Stats' go-to play. So Stats was ready for it. He's like, ha-ha.
Yeah.
You won't get me.
Stats was ready. That's been Stats' play in the last game. But the funny thing is that Rodney McLeod caught up to Tyreek Hill, which you don't see often, but
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Yeah, if you're Stats here, you really got to get something going on offense. If you stop Cleff, that's a win. But you gotta capitalize. You gotta get points on offense here.
If he can find a way to get in this end zone, you never know. It's a 0-0 ball game at the half.
Yeah, I like how he's using this nasty streak at fullback. He's motioning him in. I want to see if he can break something with that. Oh, he had the middle.
If he could have got through that middle, he'd have still been running, and we'd have been looking at a completely different ball game. It would have been a touchdown as opposed to third day.
Yeah, I think he knows it too. He was shaking his head after that play. Tough break for Stats right there. He needed that big play to get back in this game. And Cleff's going to bring that blitz right here. Stats going to take a quick read. He only ran 3. Oh, big hit right there for Cleff. He only rushed 3 right there, and it paid off. Stats thought the blitz was coming. He made a quick read. There's nothing there, and he's punting again on 4th and 8.
And you don't want to give a chance for this return. But we've seen he's an amazing punter so far.
Yeah. See if he gets another one. Oh, no. Oh, no, Rico.
His punt, kick coverage, flawless.
Hey, special teams right now for Stats has been phenomenal. His defenses look pretty decent. It's just that offense has got to get going. And if you're Cleff here, you're definitely looking to score. You got 34 seconds, 2 timeouts. You are one of the best passers in the world. You got to expect Cleff to go for 7.
All right, he's dropping back. Here comes that pressure. Oh. I thought that might have been intentional grounding. I was shocked that he didn't get it. Way to get that one off.
Barely got that off too. That could have been a huge sack for Stats. Could have even got a fumble off that sack, but Cleff was able to get it away, and he gets to live for another down.
All right, here we go. Cleff up 7-0. 28 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Ball to the 20-yard line. Looking to see if he can put up a couple of more points in this first half.
Wow. What a play by Cleff and Patrick Mahomes. He thought he had nothing, rolling out left and just chucks it. Wow, what a play.
Off one foot, he throws a dart all the way to Tyreek. Now, if you're Stats, you cannot give up 7 here. You got to make sure it's 3. You cannot give up 7 and hope for a turnover.
Oh, nice stick work right there.
If you're Stats, you got to make that tackle.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to give up those extra downs. You want the time. You're going to keep them in bounds.
I want to point out a pro tip, too, to the chat, what Cleff is doing. So Stats has that Fletcher Cox ability in the middle. Cleff is actually putting his Mitchell Schwartz ability at center. Nice play right there. But Mitchell Schwartz is the right tackle, as we know, but he's putting him at center to counter that Fletcher Cox ability. Brilliant idea by Cleff right there. I don't think a lot of people will do that.
And that's why you are here in the booth, D. Davis, letting everybody know the things that separate the good from the great from the unbeatable.
Yeah, as you can see, he has all day. That Fletcher Cox has not been a problem.
5, 4, 3. Ooh. All right, he's going to take the 3. Moral victory for Stats, but
I think Cleff was thinking about going for it, but I don't think you can here. You got to take your 3.
You've had him in a box.
Yeah, you have. You played great defense. You got to take your 3 here.
He nailed it. Great job. Cleff with a 10-0 lead in this first half. Kansas City on top of the Eagles. And he's getting the ball back.
Yeah, and if your stats, you've hung around in this game. You really have. You played decent defense. Your special teams has been great. It's just your offense is kind of holding you back. And Cleff gets the ball now, so if your stats, you really need to stop him again because you can't go down 17-0 to Cleff.
He's had his spots where he's played pretty good defense. He's been able to slow Cleff down a little bit. What does he need to do to get that stop?
Yeah, he's got to get him into a third down, and you can't let him convert on those third downs. That's the key. He's playing good run D here. 2nd and 6 for Cleff. Cleff's going to go back to that gun bunch week that he's just so successful with.
All right, that clock is ticking. And Cleff's offense is still moving. He's looking, trying to find somebody. Mahomes rolling.
See, and if your stats, you're playing such good defense. You got everything covered. Cleff running that mesh post, and everything was covered. It's just Mahomes getting around the Eagles defense.
3rd and 3. You got to turn this into a 4th and 5, or at least a 4th and 3. You cannot. And not only does he give that up. Is that 6? Yeah. He turned 3rd and 3 to 7.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker for stats. He brought the blitz. Cleff recognized it, hit him with the quick read over the middle, and he takes it to the crib.
It's a little demoralizing, but hey, sometimes you just run into that wall where you're just like, you know what? The better man won today.
Yeah.
And it seems like everything that Stats has, Cleff has a counter for, and everything that Cleff's doing, Stats is a step behind.
Yeah, it just shows, there's good players, and then there's great Rico, and I consider Stats a good player. It's just not at that level that Cleff is at. As we know, Cleff one of the best. And Stats hung around, man. He really did, but just not enough on offense to stay in this game fully.
All right, trailing 17-0. Stats and those Philadelphia Eagles looking to figure out a way to get on the board. Got to get something going here.
Yeah, you do. Boston Scott hasn't done nothing behind this Eagles O-line, which is surprising. Cleff has played phenomenal run defense versus O-line. I didn't expect that, but he's looked great on defense.
All right, Stats trying to make something happen. The winds of change. He's hoping they start blowing kind of soon, because right now he is on E.
Ooh,
tough way to make a living. You saw Cleff was right behind that, waiting for that pick.
Yeah, and it seems like Stats a little nervous. I think he thinks that blitz is coming, and he's just trying to make a quick read, trying to get something going, and Cleff was all over it right there. 1st and 10. He's coming out in this pistol bunch again. See what he can do out of this pistol bunch.
All right, that's making a couple changes. Didn't like what he sees. Sends the man out in motion.
Good pocket presence. It's about 6 yards. If you're Cleff, though, you're happy giving this stuff up. I mean, you're giving up 5-6 yards. The clock's ticking. You're in a great position right now.
All day. If you're Stats and you happen to score, do you go for 2?
No, you don't, because you want to keep it a 10-point game. Because if you don't get it, then you're down, what?
11.
11, yeah. It's just harder odds to get the 2-point conversion, I think.
He needs to figure out a way to move the ball consistently. That run game is not happening. Oh,
got him right there, sideline. Nice.
You got to find a way to see if you can throw that completed and get a couple yards after that catch.
Yeah, for sure.
Because every opportunity that you get against Cleff, you have to take full advantage of.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's got to really take advantage. He had that interception he had, but he just couldn't capitalize. That's been his key. He's played decent defense. He just couldn't capitalize on offense this game. Oh, and he almost broke that one. I thought he had it. Nice run there from Jordan Howard. 1st down, but clock is ticking. If you're Cleff, you're fine with this. You want to keep that. You want to get to the 4th quarter here. Even if you give up 7, you just want to get to the 4th quarter if you're Cleff.
Well, and now, if your Stats, not only are you struggling to just get in this end zone, Now you have to try to figure out a way to get a stop.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. This is an uphill battle right here for Stats. But I know Stats has a lot of heart. He's passionate about Madden. He's not going to give up here. Corner out. He's got him. He's got him. Dallas Goedert, touchdown Stats.
All right. We got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 17-6. Hopefully about to be 7. All right. Stats makes it 17-7. You know, that kicking has been suspect all day long.
There it has. And nice drive right there by Stats, honestly. That's the way to show fight, not to give up. 17-7 now. You've been back and forth with defense. You had a couple good drives on defense, but you really need to buckle down here. You need to get the ball back.
At some point, is it okay to pray for some Madden fluke? Is it say like, hey, just give me one. Just give me something that I can work with.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with little Madden fluke going his way. And Cleff not even thinking about running the ball. He's coming out, airing this ball out.
All right, way to wrap him up. Not giving up too much. 2nd and 7. You need to get Cleff into like a 3rd and 5. Something where you can try to mix up your coverage, send a little bit of heat. You got to try to confuse him. He knows every look that's coming.
Yeah.
But if you can try to see if you can get him off balance a little.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Cleff didn't let the quarter run out right there. And he's going to get that ball away. Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know why Cleff didn't let the quarter run out right there. He's up 10, going to the 4th. You want to run this clock a little bit. I guess he's trying to get these points.
Now that was going to be my question.
Yeah.
Is that a point differential thing? Is that a I think I'm that good that it doesn't matter thing? Or is it, hey, he scored, I'm on a rush to come back, maybe I'm on a little bit of tilt?
No, I think it's just the confidence Cleff has in his offense. He wants these points. He wants to blow Stats out, in my opinion. But you kind of be conservative in this situation. You want to get to the 4th with the lead. And here we go. We got a 4th and 7 right here. Stats playing great defense. And if you're Cleff and you're not going to the 4th quarter here, this is questionable game management from my view for Cleff right here.
You definitely have to. I would have punted this. Just because you played such great defense, it's taking him forever to get down the field. Why give him the short field?
Yeah, this is questionable game management.
If you're Stats, you have to get off the field here.
Yeah, this is huge. This is huge.
Do you send heat or do you play coverage?
I think he's sending heat. He is. Got the corner out wide open. And he hung on.
Wow.
Big catch. I think it was Sammy Watkins on the sideline. Huge catch for Cleff, and that's a backbreaker for Stats.
Gave him too long to let that route develop.
Yeah.
Why does Sammy Watkins do that for my fantasy team?
Yeah, he sent the heat right there, but Cleff picked it up. Great job right there.
That was the game.
Yeah,
Not to say that he can't come back and still make something happen, but if he gets that stop ball in the 30, you're guaranteed at least 3 to become a one-possession game.
He's got that wheel route. Yep. Tyreek Hill all day long.
And you know what happens from that when you mess up that one play. You always come back, and that next play is a touchdown.
Yep. Next play, always a touchdown. 24-7 Cleff.
Stats is going to remember that down for the rest of this. He knows he was right there. He was so close.
Yeah, that was huge for Stats.
All right. See? Now, if he would have went for 2, like I said, it would still be a 2-possession game. But now, it's not.
Yeah. I guess you make a point there, but, you can't live in the future. You got to live in the moment. I'd go down 10 there, but either way, he's got to get points now. It's now or never. Nice little stick work there, but can't break it.
You got 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. It's a 3-score game. That is not a way to make a living. If I'm Cleff, I give you that all day long and twice on Sundays.
100%. Yeah, I don't know about these play calls right now. As I say that, big 25-yard gain right there, 20-yard gain. And, you gotta move with some tempo here.
All All right, ladies and gentlemen, 24-7. Wow, Cleff the God in control of this one. Fourth quarter, third wave here at the Madden 20 premiere, DreamHack in Atlanta, Georgia. T. Davis and myself, Rico Williams on the call, having a great day with a lot of great Madden football. And there's still more Madden to be played. We're not going to be casting those games, but they will finish the waves out and get it down to 128, single elimination, starting 12 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow.
Yeah, 12 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to get some good games tomorrow. Single limb, getting down to that nitty-gritty. It's going to be good, Rico.
Yeah, and at some point, we're going to be able to see the Blockies, the Dreenies, the Cleffs, the Wesleys, the Boogs, the Manus, the J-Wall. It's Filma. Oh, I can't
wait to see that playoff bracket and just see all the names on there and all the matchups. Oh, I just can't wait. Yeah, it's getting ugly now. We got a big 4th and 27 coming up for stats. This is the ball game right here.
Do you think he has a 28-yard play? Does anybody bite on the play action?
I would probably run the ball here, honestly. You're not going to pass the ball 4th and 27. I'd probably try to run, break something. This is the no-win situation right now for stats. Everyone's blitzing. Yeah, it's just not much you can do right there.
Did you see how they tried to fake that they weren't blitzing with their back to the... And they turned and the heat came. Now, Cleff, does he run the clock out? Does he try to put up another 7 for a point differential?
Yeah, I think he's only up 17, so I think he's going to try to get up by 24. Get that. I think that's the max. So that's what I think. Mahomes is on fire right now, so he's got that X-Factor ability. He's going to... Easy corner out right there to Hardman. Just pitch and catch for Cleff the God, man. It makes this bunch offense look so easy. 2-minute warning, 24-7. And, you know, I don't think this score is really shows the type of game this was. This was, you know, stats hung around, especially that first half. He hung around, but just couldn't do enough on offense to stay with Cleff. And Cleff, when you give Cleff this many chances, he's going to capitalize. He's going to score, and that was the difference.
All right, Cleff dropping back, looking to add a little to his point total. And voila, just like that, back of the end zone, Cleff hooks up with none other than that man.
Yeah, man, this Chiefs offense is so good. They got talent all over the field. It's just easy for Cleff.
31-7 right now, minute 55 remaining in the fourth. Stats is looking to, I guess, basically just try to pad his stats right now.
Yeah, that's all he can do. That's all he's got left that he can do. I would throw a couple up to Deshaun Jackson. You know, why not? 95 speed. Nothing to lose at this point.
Out of the games we saw today, Cleff looks the best.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, we didn't really see a lot of good challenges against Jay Bird and Blocky, so, you know, it's tough to say. Cleff actually had 2 decent opponents in Big Country and stats, so I think he's a little more battle-tested going in tomorrow. Jay Bird and Blocky didn't really have anyone, you know, that decent to go up against, but yeah, Cleff looks great, man.
Jay Bird's running game made it look like he was playing on All-Pro.
Yeah, well, he was for about a quarter, but...
Uh-oh, and look, he got it done. Can he make... No, couldn't make a miss.
Yeah.
I got to remember to bust Jay Bird's chops about that one.
Yeah, but honestly, all 3 guys that we expected to come in and dominate did, and that's what they came here for. Jay Bird, Blocky, Cleff, all 3 top guys that we saw today came in, performed to the best of their abilities like we expected, and looked great.
That receiver turned into a DB to try to prevent that pick. 36 seconds remaining in this one, 31-7. Cleff the God on top of stats right now in this group. All right, he gives the ball. Can he make a miss? Yeah, he does, but could not get to the outside to get to that first down
stats,
marker.
You got to use your timeouts here because these points are going to matter. I don't know why he's not trying to use his timeouts and get down the field.
I think he's just frustrated right
take
now.
A field goal, though.
And this is where you step out of the game mentally. You don't realize, oh, he almost threw that pick.
Yeah, so you got to call timeout there and take your field goal.
All right, and there you have it. The GG's in the chat. They're shaking hands. Cleff the God goes to 2-0, and we'll be moving on to the 128. They still have one more game left, but we know Cleff has already reached that moment. And so they'll be playing out the rest of the day in hopes of filling out the brackets to get to our 128-man field, single elimination field tomorrow. 12 p.m. Eastern, we will be back here with our next day of coverage. It's been Tyler Davis, myself, and then tomorrow, we're adding the third man to the booth.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
baby.
none other than Ryan Roberts, a.k.a. I.B. Strafen. He'll be joining us with his insider commentary as well and thought process on all things Madden. You guys have been great. Could have been anywhere in the world today, but you chose to be here with us. We thank you. Live from Madden 20 Premiere, DreamHack.